All right. Well, hello, everyone, and great arising or good morning. Glad for everyone to join us here on today. Just making sure, looking at who's in the, all right. So Ashton, make sure you hit the join button. Have your mom or your grandma help you hit the join button. There we go. Gotcha. We got you on now. So I want to welcome everyone here to our virtual Zoo. Now this is a little bit unique, but we discovered, when COVID came, we were, really trying to find things for children to do that was safe, and everything was kind of on lockdown. But we were so blessed that one of our members had their own collection of animals, and which I'm excited about because it's not just, she has a dog and a cat or fish. I mean, she's got some reptiles, and so that's very interesting. Even during COVID, I was trying to find somebody, like even Birmingham Zoo or Smithsonian, just somebody who has something virtual. Nobody had anything. So we believe, of course, that if there's not an opportunity, you just create one. So we're so blessed to have Erin as one of our members. Her and her husband both are blessings to Birmingham Bible Church. And so she has her collection of animals. And so we have a few people who have joined us live, which is cool and awesome. And so you guys get a front row seat. Y'all are able to ask questions, even, talk about the animals. And I think that's awesome that you can do that live while we're here. And so Miss Erin has a few animals that she is going to show us. And after she gets through talking about them, then if you have any questions, I'll, kind of open the floor and y'all can ask them. Also, you can raise your virtual hand. You can eventually turn your screen on. That'll be cool as well. But you can raise your virtual hand and then we will acknowledge you. So just going to spend a little time this morning doing this. We know everyone's busy, has things to do, but just want to offer something kind of fun for you guys. So of course I present to you Miss Erin. All right, Miss Erin, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you as always for doing this. You do this, I can't remember if we did it last year, but I know we did it in 2020. I know we did it then. So I'm excited to have you on again to do this. So tell us what you got.
We mainly have on display this time mostly turtles and tortoises. Okay. And well, they are reptiles as well, but and two other different types of species. So I'm gonna start off with our regular slider.
Okay. And we also have a few people watching on Facebook too. So welcome you guys. Hadn't switched over to YouTube to see if anybody's watching there, but just want to welcome everybody out there in social media land as well. Okay.
Can you all see?
Yeah, I can see you. Do you have oh, now we see, there we go. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, this is a red slider and they're mainly from like New Mexico, Ohio, Illinois, and a lot of times we see them too in our regions like the Tennessee and the Georgia line. And these guys usually live 20 years.
Wow.
This is the red slider. They call red slider because they have like little red ears. Can you see the ears?
Hold up a little bit. All right, and then over to your, there we go. Oh yeah, now I see it.
Yeah. And they usually grow about 7.5 inches long. Okay. They're pretty cool. You can pretty much get them in any pet store.
Okay.
And then when I got this guy, he was a hatchling, so he was probably about the size, a little bit bigger than a quarter. But yeah, he has grown. And this one right here, in particular, is a female. The females have shorter nails than males. Males have long fingernails and long tails, and females have short tails and short nails. So that's how you can specify between if it's a male or a female.
Okay.
And usually when they want to mate, like if a male want to mate with the female, he uses his long nails like this in front of her face to flirt with her, to get her to mate. So that's how they attract the females, by flicking their fingers in front of the female's face.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how big will he get? You said they live 20 years. How big will he get?
They usually get about 7.5 inches.
Okay, so that's the biggest. Okay.
Yeah,
so we can't,
they get pretty big.
Okay, we can't ride him like the ones I've seen at the at the fairs, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I got a picture. He was about that big.
Okay.
Yeah. They get pretty big. Next, I have a Florida soft shell.
Oh.
Can you see it?
I see it.
Okay. Yeah. And these guys are from Florida. And their shells are pretty different from like a red slider that I just showed you. They have like a soft shell, like a leathery shell. And on the bottom, they have like a little white. Yeah. And these guys, they get pretty big. They can weigh up to like 40 some pounds, like 44 pounds. They get pretty big.
Wow.
Yeah. And they grow to like anywhere from 11 to 24 inches. So they get pretty big as well.
Okay. Now, Erin, what do they eat?
Mainly the slider, they eat like pellets, and sometimes I throw crickets in the pond. They'll eat on crickets and stuff like that. Okay. And the same thing for the Florida soft shell. They eat pellets also.
Okay. Anybody have any questions just yet?
Right here, I have a Russian tortoise. And these are one of the smallest of the, like in the tortoise family. So they don't, this size you see right here, this is the biggest they'll get compared to other tortoises that are around. And these guys are from Pakistan. And they call them Russian tortoises, but they're really from Afghanistan. But when they were over in the war, a lot of soldiers took them back to Russia, so they just named them Russian tortoises, but they're not originally from Russia. And this particular animal, when astronauts were going into space and they took different animals to space, this is one of the ones they took to space with them, was a Russian tortoise. And these guys...
Go ahead, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm going to ask you something about that in a minute. Go ahead.
These guys, they mainly eat like spring mix, lettuce, like you know how we eat our salads, spring mix. Sometimes I'll give them iceberg lettuce, or and that's just for the water content. It's because it has no nutrition, but that's mainly what he eat. And he also eat the dandelions that you may find in your front yard, or clover leaves, clover flowers. They eat those too. And sometimes I give them fruit from time to time.
So you said they took them to space. So, I know when we go to space, we have to have a spacesuit on so they can thrive,
So
I guess.
he actually, the Russian tortoise that they took to space, it actually survived. They brought it back.
Wow.
Yeah. And these guys, they live up to like 40 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And they do hibernate. This particular species, they do hibernate. And since I had him, he went through hibernation 2 times. He went this last winter and the winter before that. So he doesn't eat for like 2 or 3 months, and then all of a sudden you go down, check on him. Because I used to check on him all the time. You go down, check on him, he wake up and start back eating like normal.
That's what I was going to ask you. I know they say bears hibernate. What does it look like when turtles hibernate? So mainly they just stop eating. Do they go like in their shell?
They just stop eating. They just mainly just sleep.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's pretty neat. Next, I have the Psychiatrist tortoise. This is the one you probably see at the zoo. And this is the 3rd largest tortoise in the world. His name is Tonka.
Hey,
and their main diet is like hay. I feed him spring mixed lettuce also. And I also do the romaine lettuce. That's just for water content. He eat dandelions and clover flowers, things like that. I hardly ever give him fruit because it's really not good for him, and he eats no meat. It's mainly hay. And I got him as a hatchling too a couple of years ago, and he may not look big on the camera, but he has gotten big. And right here goes, they call these spur-thighed tortoises. That's because they have spurs, and they use these to help them burrow. In the ground.
Oh yeah, hold them up again one more time so we can see his whatever you call those paws or okay. Oh yeah.
And these right here are jugglers. They use those. Mainly the males use those when they're getting ready to fight another male for mating. Mating competition, and they use the stick out pretty far.
Okay.
I named this particular tortoise Tonka because at the time, when they're small, you can't really tell if they're male or female. But I think Tonka is a female because her shell uses the male have a concave plastrum right here. Hers is not concave; it's just flat. Males usually have like a big dip right here in the middle. So I'm thinking Tonka is a Tonkiana, so bad. But I just kept the name because she get big like a Tonka truck. Kids play with. And they live a long time. They can live up to anywhere from 70 to 100 years, and they can weigh up to 100 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah. They live a long time. They're from Africa as well. They're pretty cool though. He's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Now, Erin, do they ever get sick? Because I think, just in case someone here wants to get a turtle, they seem like they're pretty low maintenance, like they're just kind of easy to take care of.
Yeah, you just have to make sure you have the requirements for them, like the heating, the lighting, and all that. Okay. I've never ran into a problem so far.
Okay. And so some at
here
the
I have. Ma'am.
I'm sorry. One last question. So somebody at the pet store can tell them, hey, how to take care of them if they decide to get one.
Yeah, some pet stores, like they have pamphlets at the pet store. I know PetSmart does. They have pamphlets like on the wall for different pets that they sell or specialize in. They do have pamphlets that come with them.
Okay.
Free pamphlets.
Oh.
Yeah, this is the bearded dragon. These guys are mainly from Australia, and they live anywhere from 6 to 10 years, and they grow anywhere from 12 to 24 inches long. He's pretty big. They're pretty laid back too. They're good first time pets. Wow. And he mainly eat crickets, mealworms, doobie roaches, and he also eat dandelions, clover flowers. They mainly, like a lot of my pets, they mainly eat like a lot of the same thing. And he also eats spring mix, carrots, things of that nature.
Okay. And he's and what is he again now?
A bearded dragon.
Okay, dragon. A bearded dragon. Okay.
Yeah, because sometimes, like they just say, if they encounter with another female or male, they show off their beard, and it blows out like a bubble, and it turns black. And I guess that's how they got their name, bearded dragon.
So the male is showing off for the female. All right.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna go there.
Yeah, but they're pretty docile, so they real relaxed. They kind of like a little puppy dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
They may look mean and aggressive, but they real low key. Yep, this is the bearded dragon. His name is Bobo.
Okay. Hey, Bobo.
Oh, he's looking at them. And they're very close. You walk in the room, they get to looking, trying to see who is who and what is what.
Do they walk really fast? So I mean, I'm sure I know you keep them in something, but are they kind of slow in ambulation?
The tortoises are they you mean the tortoise or the lizard?
What, the lizard? Yeah.
Yeah, he move okay, but he's not real fast like you will see a gecko or something. You know, sometimes they can move pretty fast. Yeah. They're not really too skittish, like.
Okay.
They don't scare a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you first held him up, I thought he was I don't know what is that animal that flings the
red dragon.
That's what. Yeah. That's what I thought. I said, "Ooh, what is that?" Okay.
No, that's not one.
Okay.
And last, I have the ball python.
Oh.
And these guys are from West Africa, and they can live anywhere. They can live up to 30 years. The females, they grow anywhere from 3 to 5 feet, and the males grow anywhere from 2 to 3 feet. These guys are pretty low maintenance. Mm-hmm. They don't move a lot. They don't move fast. They mainly, really, probably how they got their name, because really they do just lay around in the cage in a ball all day. They usually become active at night, which they're nocturnal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're pretty cool. He mainly eat mice, live mice. I don't do the frozen yet because I don't really like mice. So I don't want to be dangling no dead mouse in front of his face.
I know.
Yeah.
And so, go ahead.
Anybody have any questions?
Anybody have a question about a python? So explain to them how the python eats his food.
Oh,
you know,
they mainly these guys are not venomous. They mainly constrict, and with constricting mean they just squeeze their prey to death. Mm-hmm. Once they squeeze them and realize that that it's dead, then they begin to eat.
Mm-hmm. And that's good. He only gets, you said, 3 feet, maybe. One of them is 3 feet long.
Yeah, ball pythons, they don't really get as long as like the reticulated.
Yeah.
Python, they get pretty long and pretty big.
Uh-huh. I've heard stories about that. Someone has escaped from their habitat, and I was like, especially people who have all these snakes in their homes, and they, some kind of way they get out, and they're like, they just kind of roaming around the city. Yeah.
Yeah, but his cage has it has a lock on it, but they're not that active.
Yeah.
They're pretty laid back as well.
And so then you feed him at night since he's nocturnal.
No, I feed them. I feed them during the day.
Okay. But
they become active. You just like if I go down, if it's kind of dark down, I go down. I have found him, to be crawling around.
Okay.
Yeah, but during the day, he's always up they're always in the corner or in the hide, just in the ball, just chilling. They don't really do too much.
I got you.
Yeah, they pretty cool. They're a good first time pet as well. As long as you have everything, all the things they need to keep them happy and healthy. And they have these. They have these in the pet store as well.
And where do they normally live? Geographically.
They're from West Africa, the western part of Africa.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody have any questions? If you don't want to ask it in front of Miss Erin, the chat room is available too. So we can take questions there as well. Anybody have any questions? I think they're a little shy. So what about when does a python ever get sick, or ever show symptoms of, they're not feeling well? And
I've never experienced it. So
okay.
I'm sure they do it with other reptile keepers, but I haven't experienced it.
Okay. Yeah, and I guess that's good because the animals you have are really low maintenance. So, it's not like a, cat or a dog. You got to take them to the vet, when something goes wrong.
Another thing, some animals are good at hiding, their signals, especially like birds. When I used to have birds, they're very good at hiding it. Like if they're feeling sick or something, you'll never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless one of them passed.
Okay. All right, so let's see. Ivana, do you have any questions? You have any questions, Ivana? Or Ashton? Caleb and Elijah? Any questions?
Maybe they already know about
them. They knew more than I did. Anybody else? Time to ask. And so, well, let me ask you, given how big they can grow, is their cage or their glass, whatever you keep them in, is it pretty big?
Yeah, I have them in a nice size habitat for each one of them.
Okay.
Yeah. They're enclosures.
Okay.
Now, when Tonka gets big, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with him once he gets too big. But his enclosure is pretty big and it's open. He have a lot of roaming around, space to roam around in.
Okay. Do you keep anything in the cage like twigs or branches, leaves? I know you feed them, but anything?
Yeah, I have certain animals use certain substrate. Like for the cicada, I use like cypress mulch, like the natural cypress mulch.
Okay.
And I use that for the Russian tortoise as well. And then I use for the snake, it's a bedding that they have for the snakes that they use. You can use cypress mulch for the snakes as well, for mainly for the humidity, especially when it's time for them to shed. It helps them shed pretty easy. And for the bearded dragon, I use Eco Earth. It's like some type of grounded up cord is real soft, so if they ingest it, it's easy to pass through. They won't get infection from it. So that's a good substrate to use.
Okay. And so how often do you have to clean their habitat out? With the shedding and all?
Yeah, with the snake shedding, you just take the shed out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And actually I should have brought it up, but I had a shed from him earlier this week.
Oh.
Yeah. And when it's time for him to shed, you can pretty much tell when it's time for him to shed because they have the little iridescent, their eyes turn like a iridescent color. So it's time for him to shed. And he did shed this past week.
Okay. How many so how often do they shed their skin?
I guess as they grow. I've never kept up like
okay.
How often,
I got you. Okay. That's cool. Their eyes turn a clear color before they shed.
Yeah, like it turns like a iridescent color, like a rainbow type, it looks like you can pretty much tell.
Okay.
That he's a this whole skin, yeah.
Okay. Now do the no one else has any questions? Anybody else? Ivana?
I got a question.
Okay.
Do they change colors?
No, ma'am.
They just stay one color.
Yeah, they stay one color. Now chameleons, they change colors. They get real dark. I had a chameleon, but yeah, they get real dark sometimes, or sometimes they get real light.
Do they make a lot of noise when they sneak up on their prey?
You mean the snake?
Yeah.
Not really. They just kind of sneaky with it. It just kind of ease into it. Not this particular my snake doesn't. And for us, the other animals with like the bearded dragon, they just go and just grab them and eat them. Stick their tongue out and get them.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good questions. Does the tortoises, do they do any shedding or?
No, but like the aquatic turtles, they can shed their scroots. Those are the that's on top of their shell. They do shed sometimes. You may find them in the water. But no, not the cicada, not the tortoises.
Okay. All right. Anybody else?
I got another question. How do they sneak into your house and you don't know it?
Who sneak in my house?
The snakes and the turtles.
They don't sneak in. I bring them in.
Okay.
I think Wayfair, you talking about like snakes from the outside, just kind of
no,
snakes.
With snakes.
Yeah.
No. And Erin's husband is a pest control guy, so he gonna make sure nobody's sneaking in there.
Snakes, so we don't like snakes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? Let me ask you, what wild animals can people own in their home that's legal? You know that question? Somebody text that question.
What type? I mean,
like so you have snakes and you got tortoises.
You can just say if you were in Florida, like in the wild animals that you can get out, get out of the wild, are mainly like iguanas and chameleons because they're invasive species. So you wouldn't get in trouble for getting one of those out of the wild.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
But things like eastern box turtles or gopher tortoises, which they do have those in the wild, you're not supposed to remove them from the wild.
Okay.
Yeah. Those now them they're illegal to take from the wild.
Okay.
That's just a few that I know of off the top of my head.
Okay. Okay. All right. Somebody asked that one. Okay. Okay. Any questions? Anybody else? Anybody else? Y'all just taking it all in. Also, the chat room is available. If you like to ask a question. So Pastor Mason is fascinated with lions for some reason. All of a sudden, he's always watching something on Instagram about lions. Is it illegal to own a lion in your home, Erin? I mean, it's not one's not coming in my house. I just want to go ahead and set that.
I'm not sure about Alabama, but I mean, it's some people. There's some people that have a lion as a pet, but you got to have the funds to feed them and take.
No, that's right. Yeah,
because they eat a lot.
They eat a lot of meat, and they're right. I don't want them looking at me like, yeah. You ain't fed me enough, so I'm coming for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else? This is good. All right. Okay. Anything else you want? Oh, and of course, I still want to do another shout out to your husband, who great pest control person. We had some issues, and when he comes, he maintains it, and we never have those issues again. So, okay. If y'all looking for a good pest control guy, how do you? Well, I have it. We have a cell number. What's his Ritterbug? Isn't that right? Ritterbug Pest Control. Okay. Is that a Facebook or email address people can use if they want? I just thought I'd throw that plug in for him.
Just the phone number.
Okay, phone number. Okay, well, y'all contact myself or Pastor Mason if y'all want his phone number so he can get you serviced at your place. But he does a great job. So, of course, thank you for that. Let me, you know what? Let me I'll do it now. Hold on one second. Let me look up real quick.
It's the 836 number.
Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah, you give it for me. Yeah, 83. Because I got a 33. I had several numbers for some reason. I don't want to get the wrong number. You go ahead.
It's 205-836-5710.
836-5710. Okay, great. Yep, that's his business number. Okay, say it one more time for everyone.
205-836-5710.
110. Got it. Okay. All right. So hope y'all got it as well. All right. Well, thank you for showing us all of your animals, Erin. Thank you for giving us your time to do this. So hopefully some of the children, it sparked some interest in them. Help, if their parents will allow to purchase these animals. Oh, and I do want to ask you this, because before we went virtual, I was like, man, it'd be great, for you to come to the church, during children's hour and kind of show the animals. But if there's someone out there who wants you to come to their school, their class, is that something that you do?
Yes, I had them at school yesterday.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I take them to school about every year. I take them to school and let the kids see them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we may have to arrange something like that. We'll see for our Birmingham Bible Church at least. And of course, now y'all work that out with Erin. If y'all need her information, Erin, you give your information too.
My name is Erin, as you already know. My phone number is 205-215-4376.
Mm-hmm. And you're also on Instagram. Is it Tails and Scales? Is that right?
Yes, Tails and Scales.
Yeah, Tails and Scales.
Tails and Scales AL on Instagram. I guess that's the name.
Okay. I went out there years ago and I said, oh, she is on Instagram. I see it. Yeah. So you got some really nice animals on there too. So of course y'all go ahead and y'all book Erin and she can come out and y'all can actually touch them and see them. I'm sure y'all think that would be pretty cool to do that as well. So thank you so much, Erin, for giving us your time, and thank you for everyone who was on here up live and personal for Miss Wafay and Ivana, Caleb and Elijah and Ashton. Thank y'all for coming as well. Hope y'all learned a lot. I hope y'all know a lot. And so y'all spread the knowledge to other people. We have some of y'all, maybe one of y'all that may be graduating. So we will see some of you guys next Saturday. Next Saturday, we're honoring all of our graduates. So if anybody who's watching live, graduating from pre-K, kindergarten, 5th grade, 8th grade, high school, college, don't forget about that. And so, yeah, so we'll make plans to see some of y'all next Saturday. Of course, some of y'all parents have already reached out to me, so that's awesome as well. And so, Erin, we're going to get with you about when we can see some of these animals at our church. We'll get with you. I know you stay kind of busy, so I'll make sure we give you some heads notice. I'll send you a text message. So thank you so much. And thank you everyone who was watching on social media. Hope this kind of sparked your interest. And don't forget, please reach out to Erin if you want her to come to your school or come to wherever you are, so that the kids, or maybe even birthday parties. Birthday parties is a good, you do birthday parties?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a good theme, y'all, for a birthday party, some kind of animal theme, and she can bring the animals, and parents, y'all can talk, and y'all can let them, they can feed them or something, or watch them eat, whatever it is that y'all get with Erin on that one. But I'm trying to coordinate. I'm not a coordinator. Okay, someone just text something about the lizard. Okay, she said, oh, nice. Does someone have a question about the lizard? Or are you saying the lizard was nice? Anything particular you want to ask about the lizard? Okay, you do have a question. Okay, go ahead and ask your question about the bearded lizard. Okay, how did it get its color? They're chatting in the chat room. How did it get its color?
Like with the bearded dragon, they come in different morphs. So you have some that's the color, like a normal color. Some they come in like a bright orange, yellow. The prettier they are, the more the more they cost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she said, okay. She said, oh, okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. She said, thank you. Thank you, Nana, for that question. Okay. Somebody asked about ducks. So we've noticed over and outside of town, ducks are just stopping traffic, just walking across the street, just doing whatever. So not sure whether, but I don't know. As far as that, is there a reason why they just kind of roaming all over the place, or that's just what they do?
That's just what they do.
Okay. Okay.
And you have to wait. You can't hit them or do anything to them. You'll get in trouble.
You better not. I know that's right. Somebody will be filming it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Duck Lives Matter. Okay. Okay. Ivana has another question. Yes, ma'am, Ivana. Oh, how do you know if it's a female or male lizard?
I mean, lizards have like dorsal glands, so I guess you have to look at the dorsal glands on the lizard, and I done put them up, but it's like little dots up under their tail.
Oh,
femoral glands. I didn't mean say dorsal. Femoral glands.
Okay.
But like a little space up under the, up under their tail. And that's how you can pretty much tell if it's a male or female.
Okay. All right. She said, okay. All right. She said, thank you. Okay. All right. Awesome. All right. Anybody else? All right. Any other questions? Okay, I think that's it. All right. Well, thank you, Erin. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, and we will do this again, hopefully in person next time. We'll do this again, and thank y'all, everyone, for joining us. Of course, we will see some of you all on Sunday virtually, but y'all just have a great rest of your day. Please, if you're in Alabama, please make sure you're safe on tomorrow. It's going to be pretty stormy out, so just make sure you're safe for the rest of this day. Go out and have some fun, but be safe. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Erin.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Bye-bye.